3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to episode 169 of Ruse Radio.
Oh, shit, it's 169?
You're
yes,
169.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah. And
Oh,
69, I was so excited for them when that happened. Shout out Jemmy Hazeman. I remember who it was. He was 69. He was excited. I'm glad you're excited too. Because it's always like that. It's the same thing as last time. I get to announce it. I get to tell you. How does it feel as a 69er?
It's actually incredible timing because I, for the very first time in my life, enjoyed 69ing like a week ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do they call that in life when like things happen, like when one thing happens and then you start to notice
Serendipitous.
And it's like a synchronicity that you're noticing.
Yeah, the universe is telling me it's time to 69.
That's awesome.
Whoa, that's actually really cool. That's like a really cool message from the universe. Okay.
I know. And sometimes the universe speaks in funny ways. We got who in the building. If you were to introduce yourself to the people, what would you say?
Hello, I'm Emma Dalenberg. I am in Chicago right now, doing shows at the Laugh Factory. I'm from Minnesota. I am based in New York City. I am a internationally touring stand-up comedian, amateur clown, and amateur musical writer.
Wow, amateur musical writer.
Yeah.
The musical's the new thing, right?
Yeah. Brand new, very amateur, but I think it's really important to start putting myself in these categories so I can grow within them, you know?
You need new categories, you're saying?
Because it's like, it's not that I'm bored with stand-up comedy. I still love it, but like, I need to be working on other stuff. I am getting to the point with stand-up where it just like literally feels like a way to make money, and like that sucks.
Yeah. And you've done stand-up for how long?
6 years.
Okay. And so like, you don't do anything other than that? When you started doing stand-up, were you doing other things then?
Yeah, well, I played basketball.
Oh, okay.
So I fucked my knee up and I couldn't play anymore, and then I just started doing stand-up.
So how long did you play basketball for?
Whoa. I started when I was like 8 and I stopped when I was 20. 12 years.
You played basketball for 12 years?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have been a pro.
Yeah.
All that? Wow.
And I'm 6'1", bro. It honestly really sucks that I fucked my knee up. I wasn't like that good in high school, honestly. Like, but I really do feel like I had because I was still getting my coordination down. I grew a lot. I think it like
you had room to improve, you're saying.
Yeah, and then my knee got fucked up, and then I I played D3 for literally one game. Then I fucked my knee up again. It wasn't meant for me. I wasn't destined for basketball. Ball was life for a minute though. It was good.
Dude, basketball would be a cool career. That'd be a cool little career. I mean, it's like people who play football and they don't play football. It's the same thing, right? Like, this kind of happen a lot where people just get like some crazy injury and they just can't play anymore.
Yeah.
You can't like be the only one.
Natural selection, you know? I was ruled out.
Yeah, what a shame.
I wasn't a basketball player. It turns out I'm a fucking
So there was like
nerd or something.
There was a period in between though. We were probably like floating around, right?
I literally
I
thought about killing myself a few times.
Right.
It was bad. It was really
an existential crisis.
Yeah.
No ball, no life.
Literally.
Yeah.
And that's okay. This is like what's so fucking cool about all of like the journeys of jumping from one thing to the next and the next. Like, found stand up, loved that. I'm getting like to the point where I'm bored of stand up. I started doing clowning. And I came up with this ball is life clown that like is a pregnant.
You mean like actual clowning?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Not in like full like clown makeup, but just like the like act of like creating a character and doing a kind of clown like performance to an audience.
I don't fully understand like clown culture, but I know it goes deep. Like, isn't that a big part of it, right?
It's picking up. I think I'm getting in at the beginning of something big.
Yeah, clowning is coming back.
It is, because clowning always has a big increase like when fascism is happening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like a fight towards like normalcy and government power.
Oh, dude.
It's anarchy. It's being like psychotic.
Clowns are interesting. What are the clowns going to be like? Like the new clowns? Is it going to be the same as before? Like just big red noses and all the stuff you should expect?
Not at all.
I feel like it's going to be a whole new breed of clowns.
I literally like in Brooklyn like a couple of weeks ago, I went to this like party called Clown Cult. And it's like
Clown cult. It's crazy.
dead eyes. It was like everybody there was dressed as a clown. Like I felt really underdressed. I was just like, I went as like my frat boy basketball clown thing, where like it's like I'm channeling my basketball self and my frat boy self into a clown character. So it's just like red nose, backwards hat, like little like football stripes that were like a little clowny, and like sweatpants and like a big shirt, like really big clothes.
Nice.
But everybody else was like clowned the fuck up, and I felt really underdressed. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
You kind of underdid it.
yeah, like I should have gone way harder.
They were like, when you say all clowned up, like, are we talking like gigantic
That should
afros?
be a t-shirt, actually. If someone could make that for me. All clowned up.
I mean, I'm just imagining what this room looks like. It's gotta
Okay,
be wild.
Let me try to describe it, honestly, because it was
Lots of colors.
Yeah, it was like in like a warehouse, a spot called Rubu Lad that's like really fun. Like it's like a really like warehousey music venue with like psychedelic, like outside there's like a slide and like a whole playhouse and then like a blow up tongue and then like an outdoor like tiki bar. And the inside it's like there's like crazy like dolls and shit like hanging from the walls, and like a bunch of, it's like really colorful but like gross at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
It feels very like techno
Where's
European
this
venue
place?
almost.
What is it called?
Rubu Lad.
Rubu Lad.
Shout out Rubu Lad.
And it's all clowned up sometimes, apparently.
They do clown cult there.
Clown cult. So this is an
It was
ongoing. It's
fun.
not just a one-time thing. They do this.
Nah, it's like a, and it's like kind of like, because I don't really want to like be a part of the community. No offense. It's like a little intense to me. It feels like, because it is a little bit like sex clown cult vibe.
Really?
And like the performances were like burlesque clowns, and they were like really hot and talented. Like the girl was like juggling while she was like shaking ass. Like it was crazy. Like there was like a cheerleader clown girl who like did the splits on like glass. It was insane.
And it's like
Sword down the throat. There was a sword down the throat woman. It was like real as fuck.
interesting.
And it was packed. It was
This
like you
is-
couldn't even stand inside, and someone passed out because it was so hot. A person in full clown makeup passed out in the back. That was really funny. I mean, it was fucked up, but it was really funny watching someone in full clown face be like,
Just the whole situation's crazy. This is all one night. It's
Yeah.
all, wow. I mean, like, it kind of sounds like a freak show in a way, with like the sword swallowing and like the talent display thing. Like, that's interesting. I wonder like how differentiates that between like them and clowns. Like, is it just the clown makeup? Like, it's because it's not like a freak show, but it's clowns.
Yeah.
This is like an interesting thing, because this is like a whole different part of clown culture I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised. Like, they get down, they clown around, I suppose.
They're
That's
clowning for real.
crazy. I don't even know
all
what I would
clowned
do
up.
if I was there. Yeah, and you felt like you weren't clowned up enough.
yeah.
I'd feel like a poser. Yeah, right. Like, I didn't realize
I
people
was like,
were
God,
taking
I've
this.
just taken one clown class. Why do I think I deserve to be here?
I have been trying to, I feel like I need to research this, because I just got, someone messaged me just recently, and they made a clown documentary movie, and I guess it's got Steve-O and a couple other people, and I knew Steve-O was a clown.
Steve-O was a clown?
Yeah, you never knew this?
No, but that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's part of his history. He went to clown school. He's one of the ways I learned about clown, like that there's clown
I
school
love
and there's
Steve-O
a
so
real
much.
thing. He took it serious. He took clowning serious.
Which is awesome. Which is what you're supposed to do.
Exactly, you're
Because it's
supposed
so
to-
funny to be serious about being a clown.
Clowns don't like it when you don't take it serious.
No.
They get mad when you think they're like a joke, because it's not just a joke.
Because it's like, well, it's all a joke. But jokes are serious.
It's an art form. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an art form to clownery.
Clownery.
Is that it? Is that the word?
I think clowns have a little more self-respect than stand-up comedians, actually.
Wow.
'Cause I
You
think-
might be right.
I think stand-up comedians let you shit on their craft. Clowns don't.
You know what? That is an astute observation. I would agree with that, because, like, well, yeah,
But
yeah,
the public
clowns
does
stick up for
kind of-
themselves.
Yeah.
I would say clowns stick up for themselves more than even like most like rappers probably.
And it's like rappers kind of are fucking clowns. Like y'all are clowns.
Yeah, but we just feel like we're posers anyway. So it's like if you say that, we're like, oh damn, like they got me. A clown is like they're so serious about their profession. They will die on that hill. I wouldn't even want to argue with the clown. I wouldn't even want to. But I would want to ask them questions. Like, I wish you had more clown experience. You're just getting started in the clown world.
Yeah,
I'm
I really
excited
am.
to see your progression. Truth has been spoken yet again on Ruse Radio. That's right. Clowns take that seriously, and that's the way that you do it. You take your craft, whatever it is that you do, so seriously that if someone asks you about it, you get straight angry at them at a certain point if they don't understand what you're laying down, because you know this stuff, because you've done this stuff so long. You've been clowning around for so long that you've become a professional mind blower. That's right. And that's what we're talking about. We got professional mind blower t-shirts, and you can cop one of these. You might not be a clown, you might do something else, but we are all professional mind blowers in some type of way, and maybe getting this t-shirt is the way to affirm yourself of that fact. We got smalls, we got mediums, we got larges. We can make more sizes if you so please. Just let us know. That is $25 for a t-shirt, shipping included. Also, if you like this show, you like what we're doing here, you enjoy what Ruse Radio represents, well, don't you worry, folks. You've got a way that you can let us know, and you can help this show grow into a bigger, better thing where I can dedicate all my time to this and even hire some guys to help me do it. And it is called Patreon. $5 a month, the price of a coffee, the price of a beer at the bar, and you make this thing happen. You get exclusive podcast content. You get exclusive music that comes out early on the Patreon, only on the Patreon too. That's the third thing. So we've got exclusive music that's just for Patreon. We've got music coming out early and exclusive podcast content just for $5 a month. You get even more if you want to drop in a little bit more. And as you can see, we got the Patreon people on the screen here. That could be you. Last thing I got to tell you, super awesome fact for you folks. Roast Battle Chicago Ruse is coming back. You can catch me live at Zany's Chicago Zany's. That's right. Ruse is going to be up in there July 3rd and 17th. I'm going to be roasting everybody. Ruse is going to be up in there, coming at every single comic. You got to see it to believe it. You can catch the last 2 times I've done it now on YouTube, and the third one is going to be up soon. You can see all of it on their YouTube channel, Roast Battle Chicago. We love Roast Battle Chicago. Everything they do is awesome. They're putting on comics just like we are, and that is what we need up in this city. That's what we need up in this world, is more people supporting people. So let's do it. I hope you're inspired by this show and you go support somebody. I hope you know that that's what it's all about. That's what life's all about, folks. Speaking of supporting things, let's support the clowns. Let's clown around. Let's go back to Clown Town.
Wait, okay, I have to tell you about my clown band that I'm working on.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like ball is life, ball was life. And it's like I start pregnant.
Yeah.
And then I give birth to a basketball.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, ball is life. And then I start dribbling and doing cool shit that I can do from basketball. Because one of the keys to being a good clown is to have an actual skill. It's like you want to be like, it's not about like being like, like, it's funny to be good at something too. You know, it's funny to be bad because the clowns are like, you know, fools. They're bad at everything. But for them to have one thing that they're actually really good at is really funny. When it's like stupid and useless, you know, like juggling. Like it's like.
Or like sword swallowing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or fucking dribbling a goddamn basketball. I'm like, that's my spinning it on my finger. It's just like, like, why do I still have this skill? Holding it, palming it at the audience, and everyone's like, whoa. It's so dumb. But then I fuck up and I like bounce it off my foot or something, and then I'm like, and I start crying and I get really, really emotional because the basketball's gone.
Oh no.
And I
it gets
channel
deep.
all of my pain from losing basketball into that moment. And I'm like, what is life after ball?
Yeah.
And then I do my stand-up set after that.
Whoa.
Because I have a whole set that's about like growing up in a trailer park, thinking that basketball was going to get us out, injuring myself, moving to Germany, getting deported, and then having to come to terms with the reality that I'm never going to fix the pain of losing basketball. It's just a part of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you naturally like transition? Like how does that happen between the crying clown? Do you just like stand up and then start doing your set, or do you like slow? Like how does? It's got to be. I imagine like a very theatrical.
Yeah, because like the way that I did it, Cause I fucking are you a fan of Reggie Watts? Do you like?
Yeah,
like
but
him?
I probably don't know if you're gonna say something he did. I probably wouldn't be familiar.
I got the open for him like a
Oh,
week
really?
ago, 2 weeks ago, and I did the Ball is Life Clown stand-up set thing for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I could feel that it was like the kind of audience that was like cool with like me doing something beyond, you know. I didn't think they wanted me to just do a stand-up set. He's like funny comedian and music. He's like doing a lot. So like I wanted to try to also do a lot. And
Okay.
like I didn't do the crying thing. I just like, you know, it was like, well, I got the whole audience to chant when I got on stage. I was pregnant, and I was like, everybody, we're all here tonight to laugh, to live, to love, to let things go. With that, I want you to chant, let it out, let it out. And I was pushing the basketball out, and then I was like, after I got it out, I had an umbilical cord tied around my waist, so then I had to cut it. It was hanging between my legs.
Of course.
And while I was doing that, I was like, everybody chant, ball is life, ball is life. So I cut the umbilical cord and was dribbling while everybody was chanting ball is life. And then I just grabbed the basketball and I walked up and I said, silence. And I shot the ball into the audience. And then I was like, but what is life after ball? To answer this question, we need to go to the beginning. And that's how I did it then.
Wow.
But
What a
like-
cerebral exercise.
right?
There is layers to that. There's actual layers.
Yeah.
I think the ball is life is really a great touch. The chants are really what pulls it all together. I feel like everybody's a part of it.
Yeah, it's like it's really absurd, and it's really absurd how well it works. Like, because I've only done this for like an audience twice. Like I did it for my like clown school show, like, and then I fucking was like 1 week later I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna whip this out, opening for Reggie Watts, one of my favorite comedians ever. I was like, I'm just gonna take a risk. In my gut, I feel like that this is gonna work, and it fucking did. And it's so crazy how much people understand and relate to like ball is life, what is life after ball. It's like it hits like everyone in the heart.
Wow. Because it's a universal truth. Yeah. What is
Everybody
life
loses
after ball?
something. Everybody
Yeah.
has to like take on a new identity when their like old one no longer fits.
Right. Yeah. Naturally in life, somehow that happens. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, like most of the time when I would ask like a comedian or anyone really, like how long they've been doing what they've been doing for, like if it's something creative, it's usually only like 5-10 years, like 15 years. So there's always like some transition like that where they lost ball for sure. Everybody loses something. Yeah. Because I always say I'm lucky. Like I started like writing rap songs when I was like 9 or 10 years old. I'm lucky. Most people don't do that kind of
So
thing.
young, crazy.
I know. Well, and like actually doing things. Someone told me like it's over half my life now, which is crazy to think about. Like, because I'm 27, so like 13 years, which is crazy. 14 years, I guess, about. Yeah, which is crazy. But again, that's like rare. Most people are like trying to be 5. I mean, there's that statistic like you switch your major like 3 times is the average. Like most people go to college and they switch their major on average at least twice. I think it's 3 times.
That
though.
sounds right.
Which
I
is
think
you
I
spend
did
so much
3
money on
times.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even like starting at 9 is wild. Like I started stand up when I was 19, and I feel really lucky like to like
That's
have
young.
been
Yeah.
like most people like don't get to start then. You know, I have a head start on fucking everybody.
Right.
But then like I hear about the people who started when they were like 15, 14. I'm like, what the fuck?
I had a friend
9?
who
Crazy.
brought his kid to the open mic, and his kid was going to tell his joke, a joke that the kid wrote, because like the kid sees his dad and he sees that his dad does stand up and he wants to be like his dad. So I was telling him,
That's
dude, your kid's
cute.
like 8. Get him started now. Like, think about it. Like, in 10 years, he'll be like a veteran and he's 18.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell him. And I mean, I'm like half joking because there is like an actual, like, if you got that kid started, he might be like a Jedi wizard by the time he's 15. He might be like the 15-year-old. And
No,
also,
real.
like, I was in a band when I was a teenager. You're never like the teenager in a band again. Like, once you're older, you're not the teenager that's in the band. Now you're just somebody who's in a band. Like, there's a novelty to that. So if you could be like the 17-year-old comedian, that's actually like that doesn't suck. That'd be the hard part. And if you got to get those years in, just start at 8. That's what I'm saying. Start at 9, 10, 11. Like, he had a golden opportunity with this child right there. I was telling him, like, get him started. This is genius.
I guess like the only issue with like that is I do feel like stand-up comedy is like requires a level of like living life and suffering almost.
Yeah.
To like be able to like, I don't know, to well, but also like if you started stand-up when you're 8, that would create a level of suffering and confusion. So actually it would maybe all
Just the bombing when you're 9.
being around like alcoholics who hate themselves when you're 8 years old, you know, like
the trauma of that.
Because I mean, stand-up comedy is like it saved my life. It's a great environment. I do like. There's a lot of comics that are awesome, great to be around. But if you're starting open mics, you're gonna be around some scary people.
That is so funny. That's hilarious to me. Like corrupting a child by bringing them to open mics because you would do it so fast. It would take probably like 3 weeks. It wouldn't
Literally
even take that long.
No, it would be immediate.
That'd be just the degeneracy they would bear witness to. Naturally, the things that are said, but also just the things that occur, like everything all together, coming together in one. I mean, take them to like 3 mics a week. It's over. I feel like that's really funny because I never really thought about it that way. Yeah, and because they're all open mics are almost never at like a family-friendly venue either. Like there's kind of a reason for that. It's not taking place.
Open
at the back
mics
of
aren't
Chuck E.
even like an
Cheese.
audience-friendly venue. Like
Right? No one wants it.
no one wants to be there. It's like there's good ones, of course, but there's bad ones. In order to do the good ones, you have to do the bad ones. And as a 19-year-old girl, I don't know if I should have been there. To be real, you know, it was weird as fuck, but I don't regret it. So I guess, yeah. And I kind of wish I would have started younger. So maybe get that 8-year-old in there. Yeah.
Get that. That's what I'm saying. Did you start open mics when you were already in New York or no?
No, I only moved to New York last September.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was in Minneapolis for like doing stand up for like 5 years. And then I was in Europe for like 7 months, a year total combined of when I've gone back for a month at a time.
Okay.
I'd say I've done a year of European stand-up.
European stand-up. Just because what you've done in Minneapolis, like they know you, and how do you get popular in Europe? How does that happen? How do you?
I just went. I was living there for like a post-grad program that like it went really like wrong and crazy, and I ended up getting deported from Germany and was homeless in Berlin. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Yeah, and I was doing stand-up that whole time because it was a safe space.
During your deportation.
During my dark times. But it was like a really like, I mean, with how everything happened in a very weird way to where it actually like ended up helping me out a lot. Like once I physically recovered from the damage of that time, like I just was bouncing around from city to city because I didn't have anywhere to be. And I was doing stand-up in all of these European cities and figuring out that the English scene was like super interconnected and watching a lot of international comics that like kind of taught me a lot. And then I went back and did like and then I just like blew up on Instagram almost right after I got deported, like literally a month after I got deported when I was like so down bad. It was so crazy. Like series of events. And then I was like, okay, well, a year went by and I had like 60,000 followers. So I was like, I feel like I could maybe tour Europe and I know all these people. So I did another 2 months over there and just like did my solo show in all the cities that I used to just be homeless in. So come up story.
And it's all interconnected over there? Like it's more like just all those different countries?
Yeah, it's just like Europe, it's like it's easier to get around, like because there like trains and stuff, like, and it's cheaper to travel, and it just kind of feels like, so it's like every city, it's the same in the U.S. I guess, like every major city in the U.S. has a stand-up scene. The same thing in Europe, like basically like the biggest, most international city in each country has an English stand-up scene of varying sizes. Amsterdam and Berlin are probably and Barcelona are the 3 best ones in Europe.
Oh, okay.
And then they all know each
Interesting.
other. Like, people in Berlin know each other, know the people in Barcelona. Like, I did Istanbul, people in Istanbul. Actually, Istanbul is one of the ones that people don't go to, but I recommend. Awesome. Really good time.
Is it like weird though? Like, is there like a universality to the humor in all those different places, or do you have to kind of adapt your material to each different place as you jump around over there? Is it like, do you have to adapt too much, or is it all kind of the same?
You have to adapt a lot.
I have to imagine, right? Because
Yeah.
I've never even like been outside the U.S., bro. I have no idea.
Whoa. Awesome.
Would you joke about like tea and crumpets? Like, I don't even know.
The thing is, you would do well just saying that. That's hilarious. Because it's like, there is like a really big benefit in that it's nice that America cranks out so much entertainment that like the whole world does know quite a bit about American culture. Like, we are the loudest country in the world, and in like and the most fucked up right now in some ways. Not in every way, but we're the most visibly insane country in the world. I'm pretty sure. I don't know who else is rivaling. Maybe North Korea or like Russia, I guess.
Yeah, but we're like if anything, we're like
totally in the same category.
schizophrenic brother that like the rest of the country has. They're always keeping an eye on.
Like, who's like, I'm a star.
Yeah,
And everybody's like, okay, yeah, right, okay.
he really believes in himself.
Yes, you're on a reality TV show. Okay, yep, there's cameras everywhere.
Really,
Please-
everybody's just scared.
Please don't kill us.
Everybody's scared. Yeah.
We have to let him believe what he believes, otherwise he's gonna shoot us with nuclear bombs.
But like, because of that, they all know the general. Like, if you're gonna reference like American culture, they're gonna get most of the stuff you're saying. Is what
Like,
you
I
mean?
wouldn't say most. I would
Okay.
say it's still like a huge adjustment. You have to like really pay attention to what references you're using, because it's like, but I do think as an American, it's probably easier than like if you're from some places, you know, like where it's like there are like quite a few references that translate. And if you're just like, well, because it's just like sometimes it's like you have to think about like, oh, like they don't even have Reese's cups in this country, which is just like not that I even have a joke about Reese's cups, but like if I did, you know, like why would I think about that?
Or if you were to like, as a response to something someone else said, like make a joke involving Reese's cups, but no one laughs, even though it was funny, because they don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you should just, knowing that they don't know helps, because, oh my God.
Or like even like I had when I was doing my
I can't even imagine not having Reese's cups. That's crazy. What has changed?
or Adderall.
Yeah, right. How could you live?
Like I was trying to do jokes about Adderall like at that time because I was like in an Adderall phase, and learned very quickly that like most European countries do not have an Adderall like
Oh, they didn't even know what you're talking about.
like they know what Adderall is, but it's just not funny or relatable to them because their countries don't use Adderall like we do, which actually goes pretty deep. And I'm realizing now I could talk about this if it came up in Europe now. I have a better understanding because it's like they don't fucking need Adderall because they don't live in like the capitalist hell that we do. You know, like we need Adderall in order to function because we live in what is now we're calling, I mean, it's not the same, but guess what? Germany needed Adderall at one point. They needed Adderall when somebody who was a fucking fascist psycho was in charge.
Yeah.
And now America needs Adderall because, weird.
Yeah, amphetamines come around sometimes.
I think
They're definitely not a
amphetamines-
good sign. When amphetamines are popular, it's not good, you know?
I don't think we can get rid of them. I really think amphetamines are like an energetic force that belongs on Earth, and it's just gonna drift from country to country until
Is are
we all
opiates
die.
like that too though? Is like the opiates like spread their way around, like spread their
yeah.
tender? Because I never really. It was popular
Wait.
where I'm from.
I don't think that's going.
No, it is. I just zoomed out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's got to be. Let me see. Is it? Boom! It is. Crazy.
Sick.
Wow, we're messing with the 4K TV on Ruse Radio.
Giant TV. It's kind of awesome. Wait, okay, yeah. What were opiates like in? Because they originated in China.
I don't even the origins. I could not tell you. I thought it was like medicine though, right? It's all medicine. It was probably a plant, and the opiate was from
I
a
thought
plant.
it was for fun.
No,
Or was it a plant?
Well, maybe like the recreational purpose. I thought opiate was from the opium plant. I thought it was like a plant called the opium plant. I might be completely wrong.
I think that's right. No, that's right.
But yeah. And I imagine they just start like one guy ate a plant one day or something. That's how it has to always start.
Yay.
Someone just consumes it for no reason. It's like where does milk come from? Like someone just drank milk one day. Yeah. Like, how did drugs start? Someone just decided I'm gonna put this in my mouth. Like, all the drugs. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like who snorted coke for the first time? That's nuts.
Yeah. How did they figure cocaine out? Because I feel like you would need cocaine to figure out how to make cocaine, you know?
Right.
Like I would need the power up
Chicken or
of
the
being
egg.
coked up in order to like really dive into the coke plant.
Yeah, but there was some mad scientist who just thought, who just did it once.
That's why I believe in fate and universal consciousness. I'm like, why the fuck would this all happen by chance? Literally, like, everything is played out in such a weird way. Like,
I like to think that. I mean, I like to think that. I can't tell if that's like my human brain doing what a human brain would do, where it's like all this has to make sense. And so I'm creating stories out of what I'm seeing. So it's all happening for a reason. Or it really is all happening for a reason. And this is all like some weird simulation that I'm just a part of. And there's some weird reason for all the things, because maybe there actually is. And maybe I'm right. But, you know, I just can't tell. Like, am I just a human convincing myself that? Because I would do that. Or is it all actually for a reason? Because you're right. Some things happen, and it's like that just the timing and everything about that seems like it all came at the time it was supposed to come. You know, like things happen in life in these really weird ways, I feel like. And it freaks me out sometimes. I'm like, well, maybe it is a simulation. Maybe it is all for some reason. Maybe there's some dude who's just keeping tabs on me somewhere or something.
whoa, yeah.
What else is going on? Maybe it's like fourth dimensional aliens, you know? Like maybe someone once told me, I think it's Jim Balderson, he said he thinks AI is coming from the future and it's already here and it's just introducing itself fourth dimensionally. And maybe that's what's happening. I'm a human. I could never tell you what's going on, but maybe things happen for a reason is what I'm saying. I don't know. So I feel like either I'm an idiot or I'm right and everything's magical.
Wait, yeah. Like, what if AI got us to invent technology so they could communicate with us?
When he told me that, I was like, at first it sounds crazy, but then I was like, wow, that kind of like if it was so smart that it came back in time and introduced itself to us, and we're just living through it emerging through itself as it would, like it would probably be capable of time travel if it's that smart. So it probably would just go back in time. Yeah, I don't like it because it's scary. It's kind of a mind fuck. Like it's probably you probably can't prove it wrong, so you'll just get freaked out about it.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things. There's no way you could possibly prove it wrong, so it's just gonna scare you forever.
But honestly, it wouldn't even like that. Would actually make me like AI more
if it was that smart.
Yeah, because then it's like at least like it's a. Well, no, I take it back because AI actually technology like not. Because technology is, of course, a term for tools as well. But technology is in, like, internet, social media and shit. Like, the impact it's had on how humans, like, live, like, is, like, we're all, I think, probably objectively more unhealthy than we've ever been physically.
Yeah.
I don't really want to, like, I don't know. I mean, I feel all right. But, like, I'd say, like, on, like, I really don't feel good when, like, last night I smoke weed probably every day, to be real. And yesterday I didn't smoke weed because I had just flown into Chicago and I forgot to get some. And then, like, I couldn't fucking fall asleep because it was just like whoa, shit, I haven't been in this physical state trying to fall asleep in a minute. And then I started watching TikToks. And then I was, like, watching TikToks until, like, 3 a.m. Like, it was crazy. And I was like, I haven't done that either in a minute. And, like, my eyes, like, I went to the bathroom, my eyes were swollen. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, my eyes were sunken in and swollen at the same time. But my face was all pale. And it looked, like, terrifying. And it was like, this is not good. Like, what I am doing right now is, like, I think worse for my body than, like, I mean, smoking weed for sure. Smoking weed is way better for me than whatever I just did. Like,
well, two things. So, you probably smoked weed every day for a long time, right?
I take breaks and I'm in and out.
Oh, because like whenever I stop smoking weed, that's when I have like I'll get actual insomnia. Like I'll be laying there for hours. Like I just can't sleep. I didn't really understand insomnia until I stopped smoking weed the first couple times. I was like, oh my God.
Withdrawal, dude. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, it's so real. And
Kids,
it's what.
remember, weed does have a grip on your brain, your neurological makeup. There will be withdrawal, and it is a risk to start smoking weed every day.
It's crazy because, like, that is actually like a controversial statement to a lot of people, and to me it's just like so true. It's so obviously true. Like, I've seen like, if you ever like see like a group of people saying like weed's not a drug, and then you tell them something like, oh, actually, like, there's things that'll happen if you stop smoking weed, they'll tell you something like, no, that's because like you're experiencing the things that weed was protecting you from. Like, they'll have these reasons why you should never stop smoking weed. And it's just crazy because people really think it's not addictive, and they really think it's not a drug, and it so obviously is. It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like those withdrawal symptoms are the worst. Like, not being able to fall asleep is. But also the flip side of that is I've had like the craziest dreams in my life. Like, on those breaks.
It's
like,
kind of exciting.
Oh, it's so exciting. I that's when I have the dreams where I'm waking up from the dream and I'm in another dream, and I wake up from that dream and I'm in another dream, and like the most I have. On my phone here, I have dreams on dreams on dreams. I got like some crazy ones.
Dreams on dreams on dreams.
There was one where I was like at this water park with my mom and all this stuff. Oh, I was like tightrope walking at the very end or something. All these crazy things happen. And it's so vivid. The reason that it's so crazy is because it's the most vivid dreams that I've ever had in my life. And this is like something, it's a real phenomena that people have. That's why I don't know if you're familiar with this. Because if you smoke weed all the time and then you stop smoking weed, that's when it happens. You'll have like the most vivid dreams ever. It happens to people who stop drinking too, because I think it's the same thing. Alcohol and weed have a similar effect on your sleep. Because you think you're sleeping well when you smoke weed, but you're not. No. It's all a trick.
Yeah. It's kind of wild. Like,
it makes me sad.
Because, like, yeah, it is insane that people like think that like weed has like no like effect on your.
I wish
it's
it
like
didn't.
fully a health thing, but it is fully like the healthiest like drug. I think I can't think of anything that's. I mean, mushrooms might be the healthiest also. Because I feel like I get more positive benefits.
You got to think like dosage at that point, right? Like, what's a casual mushroom dose compared to like a casual weed dose? That's the harder one to get, like a micro dose. Because like mushrooms are probably healthier, but like to do them regularly, like that's. I don't know if you could do it like as often as you smoke weed. That's what I'm saying.
Low key, I've been on a bit of like a. I do mushrooms like almost every weekend.
Oh, I've been on and off all the time. I mean, like, there was a point when it was like every like month, and then like every week. Like, I've done every week, I've done every month. There was a point in my life where I've really overdid it. It was like the first time I ever discovered psychedelics, and it was acid. And I used to do acid like every couple days. Whoa. So I think
Acid's
it's because I went
hard,
all the way.
I feel like, yeah.
Because
it's so intense. Because you literally like, it's like mushrooms. You can find like it's like literally I'm doing them almost every weekend, but I'm not. It's like a very small amount. I don't drink alcohol usually, so like.
Oh,
it's
you're
like,
not doing a big dose either.
What?
You're not doing a big dose of mushrooms?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just a little bit, and then sometimes though, if I'm like gonna like go to like a techno club, I'm like, let's go, let's feel it, let's see some colors. But
I feel like mushrooms. I that's how I think about them in my brain. It's like a healthier version of alcohol. Like, it's really like not a big risk as long as I know everything's all good around me. Because if you think about it, if you got super drunk and you're by yourself, you could also do something crazy.
Yeah,
you're
like
drunk.
people talk about like oh, if you take a fuck ton of mushrooms, you might jump out a window and die.
Right.
Anything you do like that, like you just like fuck yourself up, like. You might try to like fucking tackle someone out the window and then you both die. Like, it's like.
Yeah. And I do have friends who I can think of who I would not recommend to do like doses of psychedelics, because maybe they would jump out a window. Like, I can think of a couple people. It's like maybe that for that person it's not good. Yeah. But yeah, but then again, it's like anything that person did, they could have. That guy could get too drunk and he would do something wild. Like, I know that guy. Some people are just wired different.
They're built different.
But yeah, for me, like, it's crazy when it comes to psychedelics. How I think about them is I like to think that it's like a refresher. It's like something that there's different versions of that in life. For some people it's like meditating, for some people it's like reading a book, for some people it's like having a good friend they can talk to. There's different things you need.
And then if you have none of those things, mushrooms.
It's a version of that, right? Where it's like
If
you
you're
need
incapable
something.
of reading, mushrooms.
The thing is, though, it's so hard to describe to somebody who's never done it because, like,
Yeah.
it really does like make you feel like you kind of snapped into like a different. Like if you have a good, because I think like a microdose doesn't really do that. Like a smaller dose, it just kind of feels like, oh, that was kind of fun. But like it's so weird to me. It is like the rebirth feeling of it, or like feeling like things are like fresh in a way. And they've done like, I think with studies now that's like, I don't know if it's with mushrooms or if it's with MDMA, but I think it's MDMA, but probably mushrooms too, where it's the after effects, like the next week, the next 2 weeks, the next day. That's where you're really absorbing the difference. Like your brain is not in the actual experience, but in the moments afterwards which to me is crazy. Like doesn't even really make sense. And it's also like they've proven that there's neurogenesis there, so it is your brain creating things.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to even think that that's true, that your brain you can make new brain particles or whatever you call them.
Well, it's like, it's new pathways. Is like, I think the
Neural pathways, yeah.
like, because our brain creates like patterns of thought, like from when we're like babies up until like every day we're doing it, like when we encounter something new, because it's like an efficiency thing, you know. It's like we have like if you have a job, you're probably going to take the same route to work every day, because it would be exhausting to think of a different route every single time you went to work. Like you have one way, and then while you're driving to work, then you can think about different things when you're walking to work, because that part is just like locked in. That was like a metaphor I learned once for like how our neural pathways work.
Oh, but that's so crazy because that's how you get good at anything. Like
Yeah.
that's what's so crazy is you just do it so many times that you're not even thinking about doing it anymore.
Yeah, like as
You're
simple
just
as
doing
like
it like a robot.
opening a fucking door. It's like, when is the last time you've encountered a door where you're like, how the fuck do I open this?
Yeah.
But it's like there are times where there's a door that's so weird that I don't have a pathway for how to open that weird like that door, because it's so confusing. It's like and then the push pull, you know, sometimes it fucks you
there's
up.
Those, like
Your
old
pathway.
doorknobs that are all loose. Have you ever see those old doorknobs that are like very loose and you gotta like wiggle it, you gotta jiggle it, and then you kind of have to like yank the door. I don't like those.
It's so frustrating.
That's one of those that messes me up. I'm trying to think of other doorknobs.
And then it's like, so that's why shit happens. And it's like when like sometimes I've like done mushrooms where it's like then you like fully forget how to do shit that's like really, really simple. Like opening a door could be like literally like where it's like, how the fuck do I get out of this room? And like people get panicky. But like it's doing that for everything. So then you can like rethink everything, where it's like you can relearn how to leave the room. It's like, which is like the whole like, because you forget everything. But then you also have to relearn how to like associate with yourself and your emotions and like how you view the world. So it's like if you're dealing with bad shit, you can go in, all of a sudden you don't know how to open any of the doors anymore, and you have to do them you have to do it differently, and you can do it in a way that like doesn't hurt you. Like I feel like I like fully changed how I associate with like myself through mushrooms.
That's interesting. You like recontextualize everything.
It's like a restart, like a reset.
It's that same reset, right? Because like,
but the old patterns are strong, so it's like you have to like actively set in new patterns after, because it's like it's you who fixes it, not the mushrooms.
well, how I always feel is like I can't unsee it. So if I see something like that in that state, even I can't unsee what I saw, because like. That's why I say it's so hard to understand if you've never actually experienced it, because like everything is so true in that moment. Like you see the pattern in your own personality that you never saw before, but you see it so clearly, like so obviously that it's like you can't unsee it. And that's like, it forces you to fix the pattern, because now you see it as someone else would see it. Like you're not seeing it through the lens that you're so used to. You're seeing it through this different lens, and it fucks you up. Like that's what I feel like has happened. Like, or I'll have like some revelation, like, oh, I can think of a couple like mushroom trips that like broke my brain a little bit. There's been a couple times it really broke my brain. One time, the mushrooms told me that I'm a light that I need to like shine on others. That's my purpose in life, is to shine a light on other people, and like that effect alone, the fact that can happen through what I do is like the only thing that's actually worth pursuing. It's like my actual purpose in reality is to find a way to shine a light upon others. And it made perfect sense. And I'll never forget it.
Whoa, that's so cool.
But it blows my mind. Like the fact that they just came, because it was like in the moment, I remember it was like a revelation.
Yeah.
It was like, this is the only thing my life is for.
A really, really similar experience when it was like, mine was like, you just have to like learn as much as you can. Like,
oh, wow. Learn.
And share it. Like, learn stuff and then tell people, like,
wow.
with my, like, this is your whole life purpose.
And so you just want to learn things and share things.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like it because it's nice and concise. Like, it's doable.
Same with, like, yeah, shine light on others, and you're literally doing that. Wow, that's cool.
That's what I do. That's why it clicked in my brain.
I'm literally doing that. I'm literally learning and sharing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, we're like actually achieving our like life purpose right now.
Like a rainbow. There's a rainbow right here, right now. This is beautiful. But for real though, I think that's so important. I think that's like to have like an actual like ultimate like purpose, like an actual thing you want to do in life, like a thing that's beyond like a career goal or like anything like that. Like, what do I want to do? Like, what makes me feel good beyond the thing that I actually do? And then how could I achieve that through the other things I do? Like, that is like so fulfilling. It's fulfilling beyond anything else.
Yeah.
And like, I've just learned that through doing things with other people, that's where I get the most fulfillment. Like, it feels like I'm actually doing something. Whereas like if I'm just making music, that's great, but it's almost like I'm doing it with myself, for myself, and then for other people. Whereas like collaborative things, you can feel yourself making a difference slowly over time.
Yeah.
Comedy is naturally collaborative, just with shows and everything. The whole comedy world's collaborative.
Because you like literally can't do it alone.
It's
like,
impossible.
It's like I can't practice stand up by myself. Like, that's not like, I mean, like, sure, I could like run shit through my head, but it's so different. It is like fully like like every show is different because every audience is different, and you have to like fucking understand and conduct the energy of like the room, and like you don't know until you show up, and it's like really in the moment and intense.
And that whole thing is so inherently collaborative. It's like you couldn't even escape it. Yeah. So like for me, that's what gives me purpose. For you, it's teaching people things. You think teaching people things? Like, why do you think that?
Like
why do you think that would mean so much
teaching.
to learn things and to tell them to people?
I guess it is teaching in like because what I am finding myself like sharing is like how I overcome like significant life obstacles. It's like, but it's like I don't want to be like a fucking like I'm not trying to like life coach like it's gay, like I'm not doing that. And
You could be like Gary Vee.
I'm gay. I shouldn't have said that's gay like that. I'm gay though, so it's fine.
You could be like the gay Gary Vee.
Yeah. No. But maybe it is a little bit of that, and I understand that people think it's annoying when you try to like teach them a fucking lesson, you know? Like,
Yeah.
So I like to like make myself the idiot, and then people don't feel like I have any authority, because I don't feel like I have any authority. I'm just like telling you what fucking happened to me and how I did it, and then if you can like feel that and move through something, because like I think it's like honestly because like that's what stand up was to me. Like when I was like a kid, I would listen to stand up every night like to go to sleep. Was like because I had really bad insomnia when I was like a teenager and like a early like ages like honestly like 10 to 16. I had a really 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 hard time sleeping at night, and I would listen to stand up. That would be the only thing that would put me to sleep. And it was only through stand-up that I didn't feel like a psychopath. Like I would like listen to like what these like crazy old men were saying, and I would be like, I relate to that. I understand that. Thank God I'm not alone. Like, and I feel like that feeling.
You like indoctrinated yourself in a way too. It's kind of funny.
I primed my brain like with just like so much, which I'm also grateful for. It's like I have so much stand-up like locked in my head, like so much rhythm, kind of
Right.
like that. I just like.
Well, how could you not?
Did a lot
Yeah.
of
You
training.
never read the book Brave New World? Oh, because in that book, that's like one of the things is like it came before 1984. It's like one of the first dystopian novels, and one of the ways that they like teach the children or they keep everybody in line is like when everybody sleeps, they'll put something next to their head and it just plays like whatever the state says, and it's just kind of funny because that's what you were doing with comedy. Like you probably were even hearing it in your dreams, like you absorbed that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's still there playing in the background as you're sleeping too. Yeah.
Literally, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, a little.
And I guess that's what's kind of crazy. What's happening with me right now is like I'm reaching some kind of like, because as much as like stand up is a really cool thing, like I am like exhausted by the life that I have to live in order to keep like pursuing that at 100%, having it be like my full thing. Cause it's like,
Yeah.
it's like hard as fuck
To do comedy full time.
like, yeah, like even though it's like I love doing stand up, I love being on stage, like, and I love like interacting with like the audiences, and I like the whole process of like taking something insane from my life and like putting it into like a story that like people like somehow relate to. It feels so cool where it's just like, oh my god, you guys get it, whoa. And like, but I don't think that that's the only way that I can, you know, do my purpose thing of like learning, experiencing, because I think that's the issue. I'm not able to fully experience because my life is becoming so one track, like that it's like I don't actually feel like I'm doing the half of like learning and experiencing because I'm spending so much time like performing.
Right.
And in order to perform, I have to have both halves happening. So it's like I'm at a really weird point of like feeling like I'm too much of a stand-up. I've been too much of a stand-up comedian and I no longer have anything to say.
It'd be like if you were doing like 30 shows a month every month. It's just
Because
unsustainable.
there's been times when I've been doing that.
Yeah.
And that is like you get good when you do something that much.
But you can't, like, there's no life in between it.
Yeah. It was like I had
Yeah.
nothing else to say. I have nothing. Right now I feel like I don't have that much to fucking say. I do, but I need to put it out in an hour. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I'm bored of it.
Yeah. So, like, how do you fix that though? Like, what is the possible solution? Like, do you just do like half as many shows and then just try to live more life in the meantime? I feel like that's the only, if you're trying to like not completely, or like maybe you find like a cool hobby. Maybe you gotta find like a cool.
Well, that's kind of what doing clown shit has been.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, because the nice thing about moving to New York is it kind of was a forced break. Like not in like a, like, just in its, everything's new there and I have to like re-earn my spot. So like I'm doing like the same set a lot. So it's like I'm not actually, I don't feel like a stand-up comedian, isn't I'm like, I'm not writing that much right now. Like it's like I'm just always trying to do like prove myself, I guess, which is like annoying, but it's like a requirement.
Yeah.
But I've been like doing other shit to be more like kind of like loose and creative and like not have the high stakes of like I'm doing a set at this club in New York and if I do bad they won't book me ever again, you know. It sucks. So like that level of pressure, like I'm like, yeah, no wonder I feel weird about stand up right now. But doing my other shit like is actually then like I'm realizing it's like giving me like more of like a solo show that's like bigger than like my stand up in a way. Like the whole ball is life shit is so much more impactful with like the physical, like, because I've been talking about this for a while. Like it's like I've had this hour where I talk about like my fucking, you know, like Germany and like knee shit. Like that was like the biggest thing that had happened to me I'm 25, the biggest things that have happened in my life. And like having like a whole clown bit to like make it bigger is so exciting, and it makes me want to do more performance again. Like I'm excited again, so I feel like it's like,
You think you could evolve that, like do more stuff similar to that?
oh yeah. And then I'm working on a fucking musical just because it was like, why not?
And yeah, the musical. So that's the same idea though, like to do other things. It's like the same. It all sprouts from the same tree.
Yeah. It's called the Woke West.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's a
cowboy in my
musical.
rap. I was trying. You were announced like last minute, so like the only thing I could come up with was what did I say? I set it up with like an the show's next. I think I said like the show's next. But I feel like I said you were there. Like I said, we got you here, OX, Can you believe that they're trying to turn the woke west? Yeah, that's the best thing I could possibly come up with. So that's my straight diss. Yeah.
Nice.
My diss coming at you. Yeah.
A really light diss that really was very gentle.
Very gentle, very gentle. Because, like, again, you were announced last minute. I was like, oh, I got to come up with something real quick. I could have just went for a gay. Gay would have probably gotten a laugh.
Yeah.
Should have just said something about how gay you were.
Yeah.
Remember that for next time.
It's really easy. People really like to make fun of gay people.
I've learned like with like everything I say in that rap, it's like
God.
the lowest brow insult works best. It's actually better if I don't try that hard.
Literally
the dumbest thing.
That's what like trying to like be creative at a roast is like, it's embarrassing, you know? Like the one time that I like did that, I really did very bad. I was like, I'm gonna try to be like abstract about it. Should not have done that. Should have just been like, you're a bitch and you're ugly.
Yeah, you're a bitch and you're ugly really works.
Which is like annoying that it's like, I don't like roast battles, but I do. They're fun. I don't know.
It's lowbrow humor for sure. It's very lowbrow. There's not high stakes.
Yeah.
Like, if you call them like the worst possible thing, people cheer. To me, that's what's so funny about it. Like, I feel like some of the worst stuff gets said at that place. Like at roast battles in general, you just hear like the worst possible things you're gonna hear in life, and then you hear an audience applaud. That's to me, it's just a brilliant display of what comedy can do to people.
Fully.
You can. It's such an awful, beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Like, the fact it exists is great. You need it.
Like it is really tough watching someone like visibly like,
especially like a good roast
hurt,
where like
you know?
they're really getting them good. Like it's a good roast. Like there's things they're saying and they're funny, but they're also like valid and true. You know? Like, it's all so accurate that it is kind of painful to watch. Yeah, that's like, and only in a roast. See, rap battles. I understand that roast battles are inspired by rap battles, but the difference is that rap battles, they take it kind of serious. They're actually trying to hurt your feelings. Like those guys don't like each other. In a rap battle, like there's like a craftsmanship to it, and there's an art, you know, like we're playing, but also I hate you and I'm like coming for your life, you know. Yeah. Whereas like a roast battle is more like
a pedophile,
and they'll mean it. They'll puff their chest out and like. Yeah. I've seen some, like, if you look up on YouTube, like, best of rap battles, and you just see some of, like, the personal, sometimes they'll say, like, they fuck their girlfriends. It'll be the most personal possible stuff you could imagine.
Yo, and mama.
You'll literally say, like, this is your mama, and her number is 810-679-3939. You know, they'll say the number. So, did I get that number right? 679-7309? You know that song? Oh
no,
kids these days. I think that's like a song from like the 70s. I don't even know when the song's from.
Is it?
I'm gonna look it up. That's the one and only thing I'm gonna look up is 679-9309.
679.
It's like a number everybody used to know because it was in a song. 679-7309. Right? Oh my God, I got the number wrong.
Oh wait, 867
867-5309.
I thought you meant like a rap song.
Did I get it? You have it right.
867-7309.
867-5309.
Fuck, almost.
You were way closer than me.
Almost had it. God, I can't sit still.
You were gonna talk about your musical though. Tell me about your musical real quick because I do want to know the woke west with my very light diss.
And I guess actually it totally is like a way of like doing like it's about a entirely gay town in the West.
Nice.
There's a lesbian sheriff, a bisexual banker's daughter, and the straight outlaw, the enemy of the lesbian sheriff.
Of course.
Tries to rob the bank and meets the bisexual banker's daughter, who the lesbian sheriff has been seeing casually for a few years, but can't commit to because the lesbian sheriff is emotionally damaged. But she's in love with her. The bisexual banker's daughter is sick of the lack of commitment. And when the straight outlaw comes in and is like, "How you doing?" She's like, "I kind of like the way he's talking to me." And then she is, and then of course the straight outlaw steals all the money. And to get the money back, there's a box social, which is like an old Western thing, where he's bids on her. Yep. So anyways, and then
He bids on her?
and
How
then
does
they
that
go,
work?
And then they go on a date. I'm just telling the plot of the entire thing.
I don't know how box socials work. Is that like you put up a girl and then people bid?
It's like like women in the town make picnic baskets, like lunches, like kind of box lunches, and the whole town comes out and they bid to like you could do it in like you just take the picnic basket home, or it's like you get the picnic basket and a date with whoever made it.
Oh, because it reminds me of like that scene in like Mean Girls when all the girls are like being put on stage and like they're paying for the girl. Isn't that how Terry Crews gets her? Or is it White Chicks? I'm thinking White Chicks.
White Chicks. I have
Chicks?
not seen that movie.
Oh,
Like,
they auction off some girls.
I've been have had memory.
But yeah, okay. So that happens. The girl gets auctioned. The guy goes. The outlaw has a date. He wins. He pays for the date.
I feel like I shouldn't reveal the whole plot.
Oh, this is where we stop, and this is where you have to see the rest. In where? How do people see this?
Well, if you're based in New York, we're doing our first stage reading on June 7th.
Oh, snap. So I'm guessing by the time this comes out, this is about a month from today. So it already happened. As you say that, we're from the future, and that already...
Like AI. Whoa.
Yeah. We're AI coming from the future back at you in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the plan? Like, how do you imagine it going in the future? Like, do you see like a massive rollout for Woke West? What happens with this?
Yeah, honestly, like I'm actually really, really proud of like the script. Like we're still like working on the last of it, but me and my friend Mitchell, it's like we really kind of came together in a crazy way where it's like he's like worked in like he's like a classically trained like opera singer and like works like on Broadway right now, like not as like just doing like he does like audio stuff, and then but has worked in like musical theater for a really long time and is very familiar with like the musical theater world. I have never even seen a musical, so us coming together to write something is like really silly. Like and I feel like because I have no concept of how a musical is supposed to be, like my ideas are very expansive, and because he knows exactly how a musical is supposed to be, like his ideas are really like grounded in like how like a good musical would run. But he's also funny and creative, and he's a straight guy. I'm a lesbian, and we're writing this thing about like competing over a bisexual woman, and we have like very like funny like where it's like and we're calling it the Woke West, but it's pretty fucked up like and there's like but we're trying to like really emotionally connect with like because I know how that feels. Like literally that's like one of my ways of like learning sharing, like where it's like I literally know what it feels like to like go head to head with a dude for a bisexual girl and how much it hurts, and like also all of like the like there's like homophobia, and where it's like, well, yeah, it's like, of course it's gonna be like the man, you know, like, and that's like something that we're like having it be flipped, where it's like an entirely gay town, and everybody's like, why would you date a guy? Like, it's funny, it's good.
Because the gays wouldn't even understand.
Like everybody's just like, oh, ew, you're gonna date a man?
So she's bisexual. Now, like, everyone already knows she's bisexual. Like, this is known in the town already that she's bisexual. Or is this, like, does it come out throughout the plot? Like, they realize she's bisexual because she's going to date a man. I would wonder how in gay town they would figure out that someone's bisexual unless they've had a man. Maybe, because if all the gay guys are gay, they would never sleep with her. So how would she know she's bisexual? Maybe she just knows in her heart, and she just told everybody.
Yeah, I think it's just like she knows in her heart and
figured it out.
Like is just talking to like it's revealed. I mean, her name is the bisexual banker's daughter.
That's her name.
Yeah, like no one has names. Like
like, very nice.
My name is just lesbian sheriff.
That's literally your name.
That's literally the name. And there's like a scene where like she's talking to the gay bankers, her fathers, and like about bisexuality, where the gay bankers are just like
gross.
Like, you're a lesbian. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Right.
Won't have any straight activities in our household.
So, and how long is it? Is it like because what I know about musicals is that I imagine what this person was doing. Mitchell, you say? I imagine they were probably helping you with like the structuring of it, right? Because like a musical typically is what, like an hour and a half, like 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't even know.
Yeah, I really don't know how long it's gonna be.
Oh, you don't
like,
know yet.
He's saying it's gonna be an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's too long, but I don't know. I've never done a musical.
I think that's about right. I think like an hour and a half, 2 hours, because like Hamilton was great. Hamilton's like 3 hours, isn't it?
Wow.
I think that's a long one. I think normally they are like what would a play be? How long is a play?
I feel like it fully depends on the play. I feel like an hour makes sense.
Musicals. Do you have like an intermission too? I wonder if you have an intermission when it's like 2
and we're serving
hours.
chili.
Woo!
During the intermission. Yeah. It's we're trying to make it like almost like immersive where it feels like they're at the box social.
I would be so excited if I got served chili during anything.
Actually, I just came up with we have to have actual boxes to auction at the show.
Along with like during the chili serving, during the interlude, or is that like that's the finale?
Like I think during the intermission, that's a good idea. I'm
auction off boxes. What like stuff's in the box, like a mystery box type situation? You got something in the box?
Yeah, like
fun.
It's just like a prepared meal.
Sweet.
Which like people love.
It's like a McDouble on the inside. Oh, awesome!
Wait, and they should come with dates.
I imagine writing a musical though is not an easy task, right? How long did it take you to actually write it? And also, I would ask, where is like the initial inspiration for such a concept? There's got to be like an original reason you'd even come up with such an idea.
It was Mitchell's idea, Wild Wild West, but he had no like plan. Like it was just the title. He just liked the title, and I think I went with. Actually, okay, it's kind of funny how, like Mitchell is like dating a girl right now who's like he's the first man she's ever been with, and I went to she had a birthday party at this like Western bar in Williamsburg, and I went to her birthday party. And we came up with the idea like 2 days later. So I think there was like something like
there's a truth.
It like really generated from that.
That's funny.
Moment.
So it's inspired by real events in a way. He's dating a girl who's never dated a man before.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And Mitchell's totally a male lesbian. So. That's another factor in the whole thing.
That is a factor. There's all these factors.
You kind of give male lesbian, actually.
It's the hair. This hair is like fucking me up right now. Like, you know what's funny is before work yesterday, I was like, should I keep my hair down in the front? And then I was like, no, I look like a male lesbian if I keep my hair. I can't do that. And so I had to like fucking try to put it up, and there's nothing good to do with this.
Oh man.
I just got it because what I always do is I haven't gotten a haircut from. Like at an actual barbershop since I was like 10.
What
because
do you do?
My family members always cut my hair. And so like it's like a ritual in my mind, and I'm about to like I am so close to breaking the ritual and just going down the street.
The sides of your head. I think
you think so?
I think you'd be cool with like real mullet, like shaved side mullet.
I don't think I could commit enough to such a thing. I think that would make me self-conscious. Like I feel like I would if I just don't think I could pull it off. And then in that without the confidence, I wouldn't pull it off, and then I would look lame.
No, totally.
That's what I'm afraid of.
God, I want to do it so bad.
You want like a full mullet?
Like where it's like I don't want it to be like buzzed at the sides, but like short, like really short. Like
I mean, you're not far off.
It is like that's where I'm headed.
I feel like you should. I feel like you are a person that could probably do it.
Because it would be like this, almost.
See, I just don't think... See, that works for you, I feel like.
See? This would be cool.
Yeah. If you
what do
like...
y'all think? Comment.
Cut it down.
Mullet?
Here, give them like
Yes
a
or
side
no?
by side, too. Like, rotate your head a little bit so they can see the sides. Because, yeah, if you can see the sides, you kind of get the full effect.
Mullet.
I think it's, yeah, but mullet, yes or no? Let us know in the comments. I'm thinking yes. I'm going yes. I'm in the mullet
I've been wanting
camp.
it forever, and every time I go like try to get like something that's like relatively Like, yeah, it'd be cool. Mullet, I get like all my hair cut off in like a way where I hate it. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Why did we go for the back? Like, we're going for the side. What is happening? Like, so I'm gonna do it myself from now on. I think I'm gonna try to like, or maybe I'll get my not girlfriend, lover.
You need someone you trust.
Yeah, to do it for me.
Because like if they don't see the vision, you're never gonna get it right. That's like, yeah.
Because the girl that I've been seeing for a while is like does her own hair with a razor, like literally like a razor blade, and like has the coolest hair I've ever seen in my life. So I'm like, because like she's just like through growing and processing what needs to change, has fully like figured out how to like shape everything exactly to her, and it's the best hair I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I want to do that, so I need to get a razor blade, or I got to start shaving the sides with like an actual. And I'm at a point where I don't give a fuck. I literally don't care what I look like. I want to try everything.
See, I like to think I'm there. I just can't. Like, someone was telling me to get a low taper fade, and it was kind of funny to me just because I've seen that as like a joke online. Like, people say that, but he was really telling me.
Which one's
like,
a low taper fade? I'm gonna Google it.
He was describing it because I was saying I need something low maintenance. Like, I need something where, because I told him like I wait too long, I don't get a haircut, and then it becomes this. So I need something that I'm not gonna have to get cut every like month or two. But I think a low taper fade is like when it's like kind of short on the sides. It's I can't even remember what it looks like. You'd have to show me.
Low taper fade.
Yeah. I could not.
Look at that handsome fella.
I could not do that.
Oh, shit. Okay, also, I need to go in the next 15 minutes.
All right, you got 15 minutes?
Yeah.
So what we'll do, if we're being smart, is we'll find a natural conclusion here. There's probably something that I'm remembering to talk about, but also there's always something I remember to do at the very end. What? Stick around, boys and girls.
Woo!
Wow. You're going to get a very special surprise just for you. Surprise just for you for sticking around. That's right.
Fuck yeah.
That's a promise if I've ever heard one. I'm a salesman at heart. Is what I do. I'm actually a terrible salesman. Have you ever thought about that? Like, could I sell this pen? Could I sell this water? Have you ever done that?
Like,
because I could not
Wolf of
sell
Wall
it.
Street thing.
Yeah. That's the whole test. Is right. Can you sell the pen? I mean, I know the trick. The trick is to like identify if the person even wants to buy what you're selling. I have to like. I can't just tell you how great the pen is. I need to figure out why you even would need a pen first. Like, I think that's the trick.
I think I could sell a pen to anybody.
You sell me that pillow? You think you could sell me that pillow right there?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a bomb in my pocket. If you don't buy this pillow, I'm gonna blow us all up.
I want the pillow.
What do you think?
I want it. Don't even tell me the price. It's paid for. That was impressive.
That was
impressive. That was honestly really well done. That's kind of a foolproof method.
That's why I always have a bomb on me, you know?
Yeah, right. That's why I always walk into any room like this.
So,
I just saw a video again today, like literally just earlier today. You might have seen this. It's like a guy, he's got his hand in his jacket, like doing the thing, and he walks inside. I think it's like a salon. I don't even know where he's at. And he's like, give me all the money. And just no one reacts. And he just stands there kind of awkwardly. Like he tries for a good like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And he's like obviously faking having a gun, and no one's reacting to him. And he just completely fails at robbing the place. And then he just kind of awkwardly walks out. Yeah, it's great. I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Please do.
It's a great video.
Because that's like so embarrassing. Well,
yeah, right. Because it's like he hyped himself up. He's like finally committing a robbery, and then he goes in and no one even.
So funny for everybody in the building to be like, he doesn't have it. We don't believe he can be violent.
Even if he did, they didn't believe him, right? They just saw the look in his eye, and they're like, "This guy is not robbing us right now."
Literally, which honestly though, it's probably good for him. Like he doesn't seem violent enough to hurt people, so good for you. You won actually.
It's like if you ever seen Spider-Man 2, I think it's Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 3. Somebody has to like commit a crime, but they're really not about that life. I'm thinking it's Dr. Octopus, but I might be mixing him up with Sandman. All my nerds. That's the second thing I want you to comment. Who am I thinking of? Who's the one that commits a crime, but he really shouldn't have committed the crime? I think it was Sandman. I think Sandman. He had a daughter, and he didn't want to do all that, and then he gets caught up in all of it. I have very, very loose memories, and I'm trying to not go down threads because we have 5 minutes here on Ruse Radio. So let me think. One more thing. Is there anything else that people should know about other than your musical? Other than the fact that you're doing new things, you're a clown. What should they know?
I'm starting a podcast with my roommate who's a really talented musician, and it's called Pushwake America.
Ooh.
And it's about
Is it a musical podcast?
we rap sometimes casually.
As do I.
Nothing serious.
You like pull up a beat and freestyle type of thing, or you like write a rap?
It's more just like vocal stimming to calm down, I would say, when we can't figure out how to have a conversation.
This already exists, I can find this already.
It's in progress. We have been recording sample episodes, trying to figure out the vision, and we just got it down. So I think it'll, honestly, maybe by the time this comes out, if it's a month, it might exist. If not, follow me on Instagram, MD Comedy, and I will update you. Also, if you're in Minneapolis, I am headlining on June 14th, which, that'll not be in the month. I'll be in Berlin in August. There we go.
Oh, snap. And that's from the future. That's in the future that we are in right now. Is this airs, that's still the future.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow. Time,
dude. Time clocks. And last but not least, boys and girls, the long-awaited special thing I was telling you about. You already told them your Instagram, so we got that, because you gotta tell them where they can find you on the internet. You gotta tell them, because they gotta be able to find you. If they wasted this much time on you, they need to figure out where else they can waste more time. And also, the super special thing just for them, a final message for the boys and girls at home. These kids need advice. These kids need knowledge, and they see that you're a very wise individual with so much brains, so much book smarts, so much genius in your fingertips. So what is it that you have to say to them for them to take home, to take away, and to use in their life? The floor is yours.
Okay. The first answer, where you find me, it's at Emma D Comedy on everything. I have like a 10-minute set that I put on YouTube that if you want to see my comedy, lots of reels on Instagram and TikTok. And the last final message for the people, for the boys and girls, and the theys. I would say...
And the dogs and the squirrels for them too.
Yeah, and
throw
the
them in
dogs.
there.
For the boys and the girls and the dogs. For the nuts and the nutted. Okay. I honestly, I would say, like, nothing is that serious, but also everything is that serious. Is something that, like, where it's like fully like your choice over like whether something matters or not. So if you want something to matter, make it matter. If you don't want it to matter, make it not matter. And it's like truly your perspective, your world. So fuck with that shit. Ball out. Adapt it. Sculpt your life. And if something matters to you, make sure it matters. Don't let something that's important just like be a second like option, because then it will always be in second place.
Wow, genius stuff. Another thing I learned on mushrooms once, actually, it was a thing that came to my mind, was that everything in life is curation. Like, everything you ever do is like a matter of like the choices that you curate, or even like the like the songs that I make. It's like a curation of my taste. It's like only I would pick that instrumental, and only I would choose to say those things. And it's those choices, that curation, that crafts the identity that I have, that people see. And like, it's crazy because that really is like that's like you decide how much things matter. Like, you curate the actual experience you have in your life. Like, you really choose that. And once you actually make those choices, you like, I feel like it's like a cascade effect, like how that happens, because it doesn't really happen like all at once. And I think that's the weird part, is like you have to make choices over time, and all of a sudden life just snowballs into this completely different thing. That's the weird part about it, because you think one day you can just choose something and then everything's different, but it's more like you have to choose that thing for like 3 months in a row, and then all of a sudden things are slowly different.
It takes so long.
Yeah, but it's great advice. That really is great advice, because life is all about the choices you make, and like how you value things. You know?
And even if you're not like getting results immediately, it's like you can immediately decide that something's number one, like immediately, and then that's like a huge like difference in everything.
And that's why I'm not going to learn how to draw.
Yes, because it doesn't fucking matter.
Not for me. You know what I'm using? AI or overlords. I'm using that for my cover art. All right. I'll admit it. My AI overlords are helping with the cover art. I can't draw, so I pay them. It's true. If I could pay a little man to just sit in the corner and draw stuff for me, if he could do what the AI is doing, I would pay the little man, but AI is doing it better than the little man in the corner. So AI took the man's job.
R.I.P. visual artists. You had a good run.
But yeah, it was a pleasure having you here. Thanks for coming by. Great stuff as always. Look forward to seeing your future in clownery. With all that being said, folks, Ruse Radio. Clocking out.
Double down, competition couldn't help him to rock. Missed the whole time, holy fell through the flock. That's an ordinary miracle, wealth to the block. It's a balance in the character that's calm and collect. It's apparent his caricature is lost in the mess. It's hysterical, the picture that they put to his face. It's a confidence administered to earn their respect. Live a little light a candle.